My friends, tensions have boiled over. It is at a fever pitch. I have tried everything to avoid launching this nuclear bomb, but Hasan has continually provoked me, lied about me, and forced my hand.
All right, guys, let's talk about the Hasan Piker content nuke that Ethan Klein dropped on Friday. This is special because this channel hasn't uploaded in 5 years, I think.
Oh, wait, I was going to say H3H3 Productions has posted its first video in 5 years.
Wow.
Whoa.
This was his most popular channel at the time when he was popping up. He was very popular. It definitely put him on the map, on the YouTube map, for being quite an influential guy. Now, let's talk about the content nuke, because the person who probably knows him the most to do a video like this, which is kind of like an expose kind of thing, is Ethan Klein, for being his former friend and his co-host in a show, a political show. So he knows some things. He knows some personal things.
I started a show a couple of years ago with my acquaintance Hasan Piker. You might remember him from such classics as
America deserved 9/11, dude. I'm saying it.
Yeah. In a video game. Sorry. Holy. That's not what I said. You dumb cracker.
and of course the Leftovers podcast, which was our show, which we made broadly to goof on the antics of the right. Now, to be clear, I knew about all these edgy and controversial jokes at the time we made the show together, because who am I to judge?
There is Ethan Klein being a delightful human being.
I was just going to say, if there's another Holocaust, if they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets...
Hasan has said some terrible things. Ethan has said some terrible things as well. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I think all of us have said some things that are terrible. Now, there's been a divide between Ethan's fan base and Hasan's fan base. And why is that? And honestly, it all just goes down to simply who the person is, right? I prefer Ethan. I think he's much more of a real person than Hasan.
He presents himself as someone like me, a left-leaning Democrat who supports basic things. And we went on making the show for about 2 years and everything was good. Everyone was having fun. The audience was having fun. No problem. That was until this happened.
We were doing our regular show, and for the first time I noticed an inordinate amount of radical, hardcore leftists. I mean, I thought we were social democrats, not whatever this was. I don't hate the idea of like people who can be successful. I think it's good that people can achieve success in the term monetary success. I mean, that's what that means, right? I do. There's nothing wrong with that.
Because I see so many people in the chat saying no.
I don't know what y'all are tripping about. Like, what the fuck do you want?
What is the idea that
you guys,
people are looking for?
You guys are all like radical communists? There's that many radical communists? Suck it, chat. You're watching a capitalist pig. Deal with it.
Ethan, I think he's much more of a real person than Hasan. Hasan just being by default political. There's gonna be some lies that he tells. That's what politicians do, man. They lie for a living. At least like Ethan, he doesn't really have an agenda, right?
And then this happened.
This comment from Hasan really started to sound some alarms in my head.
If you're in a socialist country with multiple parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist.
Yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
The solution to that would always be education and offering more
re-education?
Re-education, certainly, yeah. There should be an enforcement mechanism, and in that enforcement mechanism, I think like rehabilitation, which would include re-education as well.
If putting capitalists in re-education camps isn't disturbing enough, I started to notice that Hasan was carrying a lot of water for communist states' war crimes and genocides.
What do you call Crimea? I call it a part of Russian territory, bitch. That's what I call Crimea. I call it Crimea River, a Russian river. The annexation of Crimea is absolutely a justifiable annexation.
Tibet was literally a fucking feudal slave mandate, autonomous zone.
Ever since the whole Gaza versus Israel, there has been a divide between Ethan's fan base and Hasan.
And then this happened.
We have breaking news out of Israel this morning where Hamas has launched a surprise attack within Israel's borders overnight.
After the shock of October 7th, I noticed a huge increase of anti-Semitic comments from Hasan's stream and Discord, including from his head mod. I was disturbed that Hasan was seemingly okay with this.
One of the biggest breaking points for ending this relationship was Hasan not telling his friends to chill out, his mods to chill out, his fans to chill out, his chat to chill out, because they were just simply just labeling Ethan as a terrible person.
And you do you care that your chat is calling me racist? Do you make any attempt to modify?
I have not looked at my chat.
Moderate that at all?
I have not looked at my chat at all, but you
I
have
just
to
opened it, but don't you have moderators? Do you care at all about what your audience says about me?
There's 32,000 people in here right now.
I'm just trying to tell you guys how it feels. And I'm fucking shocked that you don't care.
So this kind of got Ethan a little upset, because you would think that your friend would have your back, and simply it wasn't that. It wasn't that way. And Ethan somewhat felt betrayed, right? He felt disrespected because he didn't even push back on it, and he said that, hey, Hasan basically said, hey, you deserved it, for the way that you speak.
How can you be surprised when your Discord is literally full of fucking...
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do if you're making that argument. You know that, right?
Hasan's chat had been calling me a Zionist, baby-killing genocider. Maybe it is unreasonable that I'm asking him to moderate his chat for a friend. He doesn't even know where I'm coming from because it's not something he would ever ask for.
I think that was one of the biggest turning points, in the whole relationship, that kind of opened up Ethan's eyes and saw Hasan as just being an asshole, and just trying to never be wrong and not really ever trying to meet in the middle here and being disingenuous.
Maybe it is unreasonable that I'm asking him to moderate his chat for a friend. He doesn't even know where I'm coming from because it's not something he would ever ask for.
And all these other content creators actually, whipping their communities when their chat is going fucking absolutely bananas over random dumb shit and bringing my name up for no fucking reason. That you were just allowing that shit to run rampant in your chat. And I thought that was fucked up.
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do.
Especially as someone who thought we were fucking friends. I think that's a reasonable expectation for someone who you consider to be a friend.
He didn't see who he really was until he got to know him. Like how I said, he opened up his eyes and he saw how Hasan actually is. He's an asshole.
And then I had a terrifying vision. Had I been duped? Was Hasan presenting a Trojan horse to my community, where he was just a left-leaning Democrat like myself, and as he said in the previous video, was funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
I learned how much he hates liberals.
Dude, I hate liberals, dude. I do. I hate them. I hate them so viciously.
Did he secretly despise me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals so much.
Did this man sit next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend?
Dude, liberals are a burden on this planet, dude.
Liberals are the most, scummy, vile, fucking idiots. Liberals are incredibly stupid. I hate these petulant liberals, dumb fucking liberals.
What else is someone this sociopathic capable of?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
Was I being manipulated this whole time?
The way that Ethan kind of brought about things, in his own way, in his funny ways, peeled back certain layers of Hasan that normally, it's not really mentioned.
That was my fear anyway. Regardless of his true beliefs, that broke my trust in him, and I pretty much ended the show immediately. And I felt guilty for my participation in mainstreaming Hasan. And for that, I apologize. I should have done more research, and I should have looked more deeply into who I was getting in bed with before they gave me chlamydia. Sorry, Hila.
Yeah, Hasan, he's a piece of shit. Ethan, I like the guy, but he has his flaws like everybody else. I also have my own flaws. We all have our flaws, and but I think Hasan is definitely the one that's really bad.
Over the past year since the show ended, I continue to watch Hasan platform, promote, and propagandize terrorist organizations. And every time it happened on Twitch, I would say, man, this time surely he went too far and someone's got to do something. Hasan, a non-Jewish person, is referring to Jews as inbred consistently throughout his career.
Inbred, ultra-Orthodox psychopaths.
Zero punishment. Hassan interviewing a Houthi pirate.
The Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
0 punishment. But as the time went on, nothing happened, and his views got more and more radical and more disturbing. Hasan watching terrorist propaganda with 0 critical commentary.
They do
What is
they do
this?
musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
0 punishment. Hasan threatening a sitting congressperson. This one actually blew my mind. When I saw he tweeted that, I said, he's done after this for sure. I feel it's my obligation after mainstreaming someone like Hasan to take this on. And so it was war. Nuclear war.
I made this video for 2 reasons. First, to stop Hasan infiltrating mainstream media. Hasan has been welcomed by many mainstream outlets. They view him as a friendly social democrat, as someone who's just trying to spread progressive politics online to an important demographic. But we know that's not true. He is not their friend or their ally. If you ever see Hasan rubbing shoulders with anyone from mainstream media, let them know politely, with all the civility in the world, what kind of person he is when he thinks mainstream media isn't watching. Help them understand that his name should be associated with people like Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones, other fringe, radical, political commentators. Number 2, Twitch must be held accountable. Twitch has proven that it will not change by choice, and so it is our moral imperative to enact that change through any reasonable means that we can. Samsung, Chevron, and Capcom. Twitch has given them a lasting association with a racial tier list with Arabs at the top and Jews at the bottom. These brands have every right to know, and they should. We all recall YouTube's adpocalypse. It happened when ads were running over ISIS recruitment videos, and it caused a brand exodus. The same thing is happening now on Twitch, but instead of ISIS, it's the Houthis, Hamas, and Hezbollah. Dan Clancy's refusal to moderate extremists is the only reason for any of this. He is the sole person to blame. He had so many opportunities to stop this. Ultimately, after dedicating months of my life to creating this video, I am left with one overwhelming conclusion. Fuck this dude.
When this whole thing kind of unfolded, I was just like, okay, yeah, this guy Hasan, he's a liar, and he blatantly says what he's actually doing.
Then I saw clips like this where Hasan is explaining how he's hiding his power level to funnel in normies into radicalization.
I think that in the short term, in order to combat against that, you have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda. You want America, in the way that I feel about it, and if you want America to get out of the way for places with more revolutionary potential to do what they would normally do, I think that, you know, one thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond social democratic ideas.
I just wanted to put emphasis on the exact point of the so-called radicalization funnel, where, for example, Hasan and JT catch them while they're young, as they say, and then they start looking into this new idea, etc., and then move forwards through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized. You do your part in the funnel for the cause, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're doing, in my modest opinion, a great thing for the cause.
Now listen to Hasan during our very first conversation lie to me about how he's a social democrat to hide his power level.
We should move towards a Sweden-style economy or a Norway-style economy, which would be a social democracy. You have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda with robust social safety nets.
Called radicalization funnel, catch them while they're young, as they say.
And protections for workers, like higher unionization rates. A lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond social democratic ideas.
Hell, he's proclaimed it loudly that he is a self-described propagandist.
A self-propagandist. You know, that's not a good label.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
For the record.
I'm not calling you
I'm a
that. I'm just saying. I'm going to play you.
I'm saying I am.
Okay. Well, then I want to.
I'm saying I am.
I just
before
want to
you even play it.
Propagandists are not great people. It's not a good thing to call yourself.
A propagandist is much more than someone with a bias. It's someone who knowingly lies to further their political agenda.
He labeled himself as a liar in my eyes, right?
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no,
For the record.
I'm not calling
I'm a
you that. I'm just
propagandist.
I'm just saying I'm going to play you.
I'm saying I am.
Okay.
Let me know about that, how you feel about that. But I definitely liked the content, Nuke. I think, Hasan Piker is still not going to watch the whole thing because he's and he projects and calls Ethan a for, doing this whole thing. But we know that Hasan cannot engage and watch a reaction video. Mind you, this is the thing that he does on a everyday basis, right? On a daily basis when he's live streaming. Anyways, I'll let you guys go there. Let me know what you guys think. Where do you guys stand on this? Do you like Hasan? Do you like Ethan? I know I'm gonna get some poop thrown my way, right in my face, but I love the criticism. Go ahead and say that I suck, blah, 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 and comment down below, and I'll see you guys for another video. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye.